to
Chaar Payi podcast.
welcome to the Chaar Payi podcast. This is the third episode, and we have a new addition to the set, guys.
Yeah, finally, our very own Gautakia. Yeah.
So that we are leaning further into the aesthetic of a Chaar Payi.
Yeah.
Now this is a proper Chaar Payi podcast. इससे पहले it was nothing. And also, you guys can't see this, लेकिन there are a lot of women around us right now who want us.
Looming over.
Ladies, please.
Calm down.
Ladies, please. Not right now. We're filming on the job, you know. And also there's a hookah off set and an Arabic guy who's handing it to us.
Kusumak.
See, you can pick it up from the guy, you know.
What?
You can sip the hookah. So now that you know that this is real and now that you know that this is real and it's actually happening, you don't know what I say is a lie or what is the truth.
Definitely.
So yeah.
There might even be an Arabic guy sitting right next to us.
Or many girls.
Many girls and an Arabic guy.
Why do you want the Arabic guy to be there?
He adds to the aesthetic, I think.
So yeah. Whereas Arabic or Chaar Payi does not like go together.
I think it does.
How many Arabic people have you seen on a Chaar Payi?
None. But like this one. Abdul Salam.
Abdul Salam is
Yeah.
What is, do you think Abdul Salam is a very Arabic name?
No, I think it's like the epitome of it.
Abdul Salam, okay. I think when I think of Arabic name, मेरे दिमाग में आता है something like Salah. Right?
No, I just remember Mo Salah from Salah.
Right?
It's not the like Saudi Arabic name.
Yeah, but he's congratulated enough by them.
When you think of an Arabic name, you think of like Abdullah al-Inzimam.
Welcome to the Chaar Payi podcast. You know, funny that like our last episode was like super fucking edgy.
Yeah.
Right? उसके बाद मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि like शायद tone down करना चाहिए. And we start with a racist segment.
Abdullah al-Inzimam ul-Haq.
Inzimam ul-Haq.
My favorite cricketer. And also my favorite
वो जा रहे चलते जा रहे I wish I should like at the thumbnail I should make like what the actual room looks like. इंज़माम चलते जा रहे, a bunch of girls there. And there's a Abdullah Salam.
You should just add like PNGs of like Inzimam ul-Haq. It's all around this.
Yeah. The like पूरा एक डिजाइन एस्थेटिक फॉलो है, बीच में एक इमेज आती है जिसमें अब्दुल्ला सलाम है, हम लोग हैं गाँव तक के बैठे हैं यूं करके. Right? क्या बोलते हैं, हाँ, funny that I was talking about like edginess and stuff. I was in film class and stuff, and we started talking about Black Panther, right? Do you know about the movie? Do you know about movies? क्या होती हैं?
नहीं, I unfortunately
film,
don't.
Like Doctor
I'm just a mad student.
Just here to protect human beings.
Yeah.
I have a very good question about this actually.
What?
Okay, this is really dark. समझो कि किसी का एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है.
सही है.
And then like they come to you, they're like, please मेरे अब्बू को बचाएं, उनका इंतकाल होने वाला है और something.
तो उस बंदे का एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, उसके अब्बू का
उस बंदे के अब्बू का एक्सीडेंट हुआ है.
सही है.
उसका एक्सीडेंट होता, वो आ गया मेरे अब्बू को बचाए. सही है. क्या उस बंदे का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, वो अपने अब्बू को लेके आ गया. सही है.
कहीं उसके अब्बू घर में शायद दर्द में वो लेकर आ गया.
बस बीच में हादसा हो गया था छोटा सा. मतलब भाई मैटर हो गया,
मिस्टेक हो गई थी,
अब्बू फिसल गए. क्या बोलते हैं, एंड देन ही ब्रिंग्स हिज डैड, ही इज लाइक यार प्लीज मेरे अब्बू को बचाएं. हाँ. एंड लाइक वो देयर यू सी द डैड एंड यू आर लाइक ही नीड्स लाइफ सपोर्ट पे. सही है. लाइफ सपोर्ट पे तुमने लीन इन for a kiss.
Hey, that's not what I meant, man. That's very unethical. Why would you do that? Khair, moving on.
मैं film student हूँ. I'm here for romance. सही है. तुम हो गए डॉक्टर भाई. I love the dad.
हाँ.
So he's in a tragic situation. I want to
Yeah,
give him a shoulder to lean on.
Okay, that's
Okay.
definitely it.
तो क्या बोलते हैं I was saying कि imagine कि he's in a critical situation, you put him in life support.
हाँ.
Now, do you think that if the people who are supporting him run out of money
Yeah.
and the hospital needs to pull the plug,
हाँ.
do you think that the doctor is in violation of his oath when he pulls the plug and kills the dude? And number two, do you think it's killing the dude?
Like the dude's not going to die if we treat him, right?
You're saying कि wait,
देखो this is very contextual, right? अगर कहीं पर जो है वो देयर इज फ्री हेल्थ केयर अवेलेबल, क्योंकि होती है लाइक सम प्लेस देयर इज गोइंग टू बी फ्री हेल्थ केयर, स्पेशली इन कराची, लाइक देयर इज जिन्ना, देयर इज सिविल, देयर आर अदर प्लेसेस जहाँ पे आपको मिल जाती है. सो यू कैन जस्ट ट्रांसफर हिम देयर, ठीक है. मगर इफ़ इज इन सच ए क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन कि नहीं कर सकते, तो अब लाइक दे कैन नॉट पुल द प्लग लाइक दैट.
they like can't.
दे कांट.
So like if you run out of money,
बंदा डेट में चला जाएगा, दे कैन टेक अ लोन एंड स्टफ, बट इट्स नॉट लाइक दे लाइक जस्ट easily pull the plug, right?
so you're saying कि essentially people, okay, dead weight का छोड़ो, I'm saying कि like they're dirt poor, or like let's say they go into financial ruin, leave,
Usually भी treat नहीं करते hospitals. That is what happens.
like treat ही नहीं करते,
नहीं.
so they'll pull the plug.
हाँ, essentially.
Damn dude.
If you can't pay for the treatment, तो यही होता है. They like then prioritize other patients. But this is like a very private healthcare setup. Usually they like पता चल जाता है तो.
Acha, and like here's my question. Say yeah, sure this is like logistical बात चली गई थी and really fucking dark.
Yeah.
But I was saying कि if you're pulling the plug, number one, do you think that constitutes as killing the person? Number two, do you think that the goal of मेरे हिसाब से medicine, do you think it's to interfere between life and death?
पहली चीज़ तो कि yeah, it would kind of be considered killing the person, definitely बल्कि.
Yeah.
Like if you're not providing him complete treatment and he can be treated, like there are resources available and he can be treated, and since healthcare should be considered free for all, in an ideal world, in a
That's
utopia.
my favorite Call of Duty game mode.
So there is like healthcare essentially needs to be provided by the state. वो नहीं हो रही है. At the end, like it's the state that's killing the person.
It's the state.
It is the state. It's not the doctor. I wouldn't say it's the doctor. The doctor doesn't have control of the corporate needs of the hospital itself, right?
Do you feel like someday you will have to do that?
Hey, I don't think so. I don't think my speciality is going to take me into that path. So that's good.
Thank God my friend isn't a murderer, guys. Do you think this is a good way to start the podcast?
It's heavy.
It's heavy, right? Guys, we can sometimes get sentimental on this. Even if we started the podcast with a guy named Abdul Salam handing
and our Arabi vibes. But
and great women around us. And in the Mamula, kyo guy? Kaisa? Other than this, the opposite of this Pakistani, very, very Pakistani nightmare are these Pakistani fantasy situations. If you see that, I've written this down.
Yeah.
Okay. मेरा सवाल है. Another one. This is just like me asking you questions. Imagine if this just becomes an interview. What is your fantasy situation in Pakistan? Ke like romantic. You're like, what's the most romantic meet you type situation तो हो सकती है?
It's like कायदे आज़म की मज़ार पे हम दोनों जाए.
बागे मज़ारे कायद के हम लोग बैठे हुए हैं like sipping chai.
Wait, what was it? Like the ideal place to go to?
Not the ideal place to go to, like fantasy. Pakistani, but it has to be Desi as well. Like अच्छा मैं अपनी बता देता हूँ.
सही है.
समझो हम लोग like किसी रास्ते में to somewhere like on a road trip, right? मैं जब सोचता हूँ कि like पंजाब का हाईवे क्योंकि सिंध का हाईवे में रोमांस नहीं हो सकता।
नहीं हो सकता, that's true.
तो फिर आप पंजाब के हाईवे में हो, राइट, एंड देन कहीं पे लाइक कोई मसला आ गया है, मेरा कोई दोस्त टायर चेंज कर रहा है, तो वो जो राइट गाड़ी रुकी हुई है बीच हाईवे में और छोटा सा एक ढाबा है, सही है, वहां पे मैं और मेरी माशूका मैं और मेरी माशूका बैठे हुए, और सर्दियों का वक्त है,
सही है,
मैं लेदर जैकेट पहना हूँ,
वो शॉल उड़ी हुई है,
तुम एंजॉय कर रहे हो गाड़ी, एंड देन लाइक आई हैव अ थर्मापोल नहीं यार, प्लास्टिक कप इन माय हैंड, उसमें चाय है, थर्मापोल का,
थोड़ा जदीद हो जाओ।
आई हैव अ पेपर कप क्योंकि आई एम एनवायरमेंटली अवेयर। हाँ, तो फिर उसके बाद उसमें चाय रखी हुई है, और फिर लाइक टेकिंग स्मॉल सिप्स, और पीछे देयर इज अ गाय, वो होते ना लाइक अली तारिक टाइप्स, वो पीछे एक बंदा बैठा हुआ है, वो गिटार बजा रहे हैं,
उसके गिरदा के सब लोग जमा हो जाते हैं ढाबे वाले,
एंड लाइक देयर आर गर्ल्स गोइंग लाइक,
आप छोटे से बोलते हैं चाय ला कर दे, छोटा बेटा बस गाने सुन रहा है,
छोटा लाइक दुख में इज लाइक शिट यार मेरी बीवी भाग गई, लेकिन नॉट विद मी, मेरी बीवी तो साइड में चाय पी रही है मेरे साथ। आई थिंक लाइक दैट्स अ वेरी वेरी देसी एक्सपीरियंस ओनली यू कैन हैव, और फिर लाइक बाकी आई मीन इंडिया में शायद हो सकता है।
I think for me personally it would be kind of similar. I think it would just be like backpacking towards some place like Iskardu, and वहाँ पहुँच कर we have like this friend that we know, like some person that resides there, right? So he knows everything about this Iskardu culture.
Yeah.
So we stay there.
Yeah.
We like.
What's his name?
Ishtiyaq. I think Ishtiyaq was the last episode.
Ishtiyaq was the guy जिसके पैर पे टट्टी लगी थी in the last episode.
But now he's in Iskardu.
He's like a really good friend of yours.
छोड़ के चले जिस तरीके से आप नाई के पास होते हैं, बाल कटवा रहे होते हैं, and you want to just leave.
Because he's like fucked up your haircut halfway.
तो आपको
You're holding back tears.
इस तरीके से वो बुली होकर eventually shift to.
That makes sense.
So like Ishtiyaq is there and he's like serving you the local dishes, or like just being hospitable altogether. Just like those people are in general very
those
hospitable.
People.
Yeah, like the people that live in the fuck do you mean?
I'm gonna see if
they are our people.
Keep talking.
So yeah, like you get a taste of their culture. You spend a week there, and I think like that's the most perfect thing for me. Like experiencing something together, like another perspective completely with the partner. Yeah, I think that's the most perfect thing.
And there's no one singing a song there.
There isn't, thankfully. No Ali Tariqs.
There's no one जिसकी like बीवी भाग गई है. What's happening to Ishtiyaq? Why is he there alone?
Ishtiyaq just went on to take a shit again, man.
I think Kenna like Ishtiyaq took a shit.
Ishtiyaq went on to take a shit.
He can't escape from it.
It's his hell. He's doomed to it.
Do you think that we should just rename this to the Tutty podcast or something?
So, no.
You know how much we fucking talk about shit,
know,
dude?
Man. I think it's because our third person was Usman and we're compensating.
Yeah, and Usman isn't here, right?
Usman is our resident Tutty guy.
And also rest in peace, Usman. Your whoa, do you think she died in 2012?
Yeah, definitely.
It was her words.
Yeah, she was never heard from again.
That is actually true. So we don't know if she died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Usman and his Masi. Uske baad I was wondering, like, sure, like, wait a second. You're saying a park tour with your girlfriend.
It's not exactly a park tour with a girlfriend. It's like I've always had this fantasy to experience the world from the perspective of others, right?
Yeah.
And to experience that with a partner is going to be something like ethereal for me.
Ethereal,
not the fucking Bitcoin.
Like the Bitcoin?
No.
The Bitcoin, not the cryptocurrency.
Yeah. The Bitcoin.
It would be Ethereum.
Yeah.
Like देखो, I've got a bunch of women who've like I've asked the
That's
same
great,
question.
man.
All of these just are on the camera. So I've asked all of them कि like क्या Zina, what do you think is your वो?
Yeah.
And the female perspective is, guess what?
Word.
They go like, we want the ओम शांति ओम में होता है ना, आंखों में तेरी, where like उसका दुपट्टा उसके
oh no.
like sleeve में फंस जाता है.
You know, there's a really good movie I recently watched it. It's called Frances Ha, and उसके अंदर होता है, there's like Frances, the main character of the story, goes like her idea of like the perfect form of love is के you both are like at a party and there's like lots of people around and you're having a conversation with somebody, you're just mingling around, and like your partner is somewhere else, they're mingling around, they're talking, and like just for a small second your eyes meet the other person's eyes, and in that particular moment you like transcend into another dimension, right? You know that person is your person. So I think
Like,
that is
physically you transcend
that
into...
is what like the female perspective of my male perspective is.
Shit yaar. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So essentially Dakar break. Essentially you're saying कि ना, that's एक second, you believe कि that is true, you want that to happen with your partner?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you're saying कि अगर तुम किसी पार्टी में हो, right, and you क्या बोलते हैं वो वाला जो मीम होता है ना कि nobody knows you're at this party and like you meet you're like nobody knows I'm transcending into another dimension with this woman.
Fuck you.
What? You think it's like a very well put, beautiful?
Yeah.
पता है when I'm at parties what happens?
What?
Oh, okay, so I'll start with this. Yeah, a long time ago I went to this one party जहाँ पे a lot of people were doing a lot of crazy shit. सही है. And over there I was, मैं बिल्कुल like नन्ना मुन्ना सा, I'm like very straight edge, ये वो, like people were like क्या बोलते हैं ये करो अगर I'm doing nothing, and they're like smoking and stuff, and I'm like I've never smoked a day in my life, right?
Yeah.
And people a lot of the time pay for these, like coming to these parties, right? So I just paid, and because it was some friend's birthday I went there, और मैं बैठ गया कोने पे, and then I look across the room and I just see this guy और वो बस एक chicken patty खा रहा था.
And your eyes meet his eyes.
Yeah, and I transcended into another dimension. That's when I knew. So, yeah. And that guy's name is Inzimam. The PNG of him sitting right here.
Honor Gautakia.
Oh, Inzimam, तुम यहाँ पे कैसा है? Give him the mic. मुझे बॉलिंग बहुत पसंद है.
ये सब शुरू like मुझे चक्का मारना बहुत पसंद है. It was like he hit that 1-6.
I haven't watched cricket in the longest time.
That's sad.
क्या बोलते हैं? But what was I fucking talking about? Yeah. So I saw that guy. I was like, oh, this is really funny. And I told another person at the party, oh, isn't that funny? And they're like, no, it's just being like a normal person, right? Chicken patty खा रहा है. I'm like, all these people doing this crazy shit around, party crazy हो रही है, वो बंदा chicken patty खा रहा है, right? I thought it was hilarious, but no one else found it funny at the party.
It is.
And then उसके बाद like as these क्या that imagery is hilarious.
I was just realizing I was eating chicken patties like 5 minutes ago.
But yeah, like after a few of these parties happened and I kept going, I realized that because all of these people are partying in something that I think is fucking cringe, right? And I'm just sitting there, मैं कोने में बैठा हूँ. I'm that cool dude at the party who's like, मैं cool हूँ यहाँ पे और सारे लोगों को पता नहीं.
Wallflower guy.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm cool here. I listen to Ali Tariq with my wife drinking chai. So क्या बोलते हैं? I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'm just going to these parties to like maybe for this other person के like birthday किसी या तो ऐसा करके, right? So I'm at this party and I paid like a good like 1,500 for it, right?
Okay.
And it's at like this expensive place and I'm there and all these people are doing some crazy shit, crazy party happening, and then I'm like so disappointed क्योंकि it's the most normal, like सब एक ही जैसे होते हैं, एंड सब वही लोग सेम पार्टी पे आ रहे हैं और लाइक इट्स जस्ट चेंजिंग प्लेसेस एंड इट्स द सेम पार्टी हैपनिंग बार बार, वही गाने चल रहे हैं, एवरीथिंग द सेम, आई एम जस्ट स्टैंडिंग देयर लाइक क्यों आ रहे हूँ वहाँ पे मैं, एंड लाइक मैं पैसे दे के बैठा हूँ एंड आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट, आई एम लाइक 1500 मेरे दिमाग पागल हुआ हूँ, राइट, एंड देन आई एम लाइक यार मैं कहीं से वसूल करूंगा ये, सही है. सो एंड द ओनली थिंग आई सॉ व्हिच लाइक वाज नॉर्मल देयर, आई वाज लाइक fucking croissant है, right? So I started to eat like croissant, सही, और मैं कुछ 3 4 5 croissant खा लिए मैंने, क्योंकि मैं पैसे वसूल करना चाह रहा हूँ. I'm like dude this is fucking crazy.
ये just वसूली भाई.
1500 मैंने दिए हुए थे. I was like dude, वो उसके ऊपर से like मैं करीम करके आ रहा हूँ, right, दोस्तों को लेके आ रहा हूँ. I'm like what the fuck am I doing here? I'm wasting my weekend. नहीं 1500 मैंने दिए, मैं वसूल कर रहा हूँ. Croissant में पैटीज सब खा रहा हूँ, राइट, एंड देन आई लुक इन द मिरर एंड आई एम लाइक शिट व्हाट हैव आई बिकम, एंड देन आई एम लाइक आई हैव बिकम हिम, द गाय हु आई सॉ अर्लियर, so yeah, at the first party I went to. कभी बार you just look at like have a deep look at yourself and you're like where is my life?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You became the chicken patties guy.
You think that the chicken patties guy is cool?
Yeah, I think so.
You think he's cooler than the guy who's like, यार मैं अली तारे के गाने सुनता हूँ and no one knows at this party?
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, that's not my preferred like taste in music.
You know, Ali Tariq is a real person.
Ali Tariq is a real person. Yeah. I know Ali Tariq is a real person. But like Ali Tariq is a very Hamza Zain type of a name.
Yeah. Why Zain, man? Why don't you go there?
क्या मतलब?
Okay.
Most common क्या? You think that Abdul Salam?
Abdul Salam is nice.
Okay, your friends right now are Inzamam Ulaq, Abdul Salam, and who's the guy जिसके पैर पे टट्टी लग गई थी? Ishtiyaq. Those are your friends right now. I think my friend Ali Tariq is better than this. सही है. I was thinking, speaking of like Ali Tariq, what music do you think like shaped your life?
Yeah, I think like personally I started to get into music like around 5th class I think, right? Like my exams, I still remember कि मैं 5th class के अपने जो थे वो पेपर देकर आता था, and like my mom had this really small Nokia का मोबाइल, and उसके अंदर जो था वो एक SD कार्ड के अंदर किसी तरीके से मैं मोबाइल में गाने डालकर वो SD कार्ड लगाता था, and then मैं like I would listen to those songs and I would just fall asleep to them, right? And I still to this day don't remember, magar I think they used to be like Coldplay and Imagine Dragons type of shit, right?
Imagine Dragons? Yeah. Your mom was listening to Radioactive. I'm waking up.
Yeah, that was her alarm tone.
I'm waking up. She gets up at the first lyric. I'm waking up.
Yeah, she sings along to that.
Like the Undertaker. She rises. I'm waking up.
But like उसके बाद I actually got into it बहुत late जाकर ना, like 9th class के अंदर I actually started to listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Eventually I got into Pakistani music when I got into like O levels के बिल्कुल end और A levels के start में, right? I started to get into a lot of Pakistani music. Like I started to listen to like Bayan, like Asfar obviously from Bayan. And like Karakoram, so I think Karakoram is a bit later on, but yeah. And there's Poor Rich Boy, obviously.
Oh my god!
Like the
you know what you're talking about right now?
What?
It reminds me of like मेरी trajectory as a like मेरी personality के हिसाब से, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, क्या बोलते हैं? Everyone kind of in their 2000s usually they go two routes with music. एक तो कस के Bollywood, right? या तो कस के they like go into Hollywood, right? Back then we were like okay ये दो हैं तरीके, right? तो हम accent सुनते थे,
right? कौन?
या तो एक कौन?
Yeah, so like back then if you didn't have a way to listen to songs, तो what you would just do is कि पापू चूलो सुनना है आपको या एक कौन सुनना है, you would just go into Pizza Hut और उसके किसी बूथ में जाके बैठ
क्योंकि like songs weren't available around you, तो तुम Pizza Hut में जाके गाने सुनते थे.
just order small pizza and just vibe to the songs.
What the fuck happened to Pizza Hut?
I don't know, man.
When was the last time you ate Pizza Hut?
It's been years. It's
been years for me
too.
Like
Pizza Hut used to be like the go-to family thing, right?
You're like Pizza Hut खाने जा रहा हूँ. अगले दिन आप स्कूल में आते आपके ऊपर मुंह के ऊपर का छिदावा होता था क्योंकि like पिज्जा घिस जाता था.
Pizza घिस जाता था. What the fuck?
क्या this never happened to you?
Did you have sandpaper instead of pizza?
भाई तो नहीं यही होता ना. Basically आप पिज्जा खा रहे हो, चिकन के ऊपर उसका खुरदुड़ा होता है थोड़ा सा, तो आपके रूफ ऑफ योर माउथ उसपे थोड़ा सा खरोच आ जाती है, घिसी दे देता है आपके मुंह पे. I was saying कि so there was accent and there was Akon, and funny enough accent was the Bollywood direction. तो क्या वैसे do you know accent is really fucking popular. उसके concerts होते हैं पाकिस्तान में still. That's insane.
But the problem is कि accent is just the band name now. The main guy he's like
a different person.
He left the fucking band a long time ago and now they're just using the name accent to get like gigs and shit. Like it used to happen. अब तो मुझे नहीं पता कि होते हैं या नहीं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान में तो यही कर रहे थे. Like it was a very easy way to exploit.
I heard that like Jal changed vocalists as well in the middle. How do you feel about that? Jal changing vocalists? Shut up, that wasn't a real question.
But see, speaking of Pakistani music, I think one of the best musicians is Muro. Right?
Yeah, agreed. It's not controversial है.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think Muru के जो earlier गाने थे, oh my god bro, those were cold.
Those were great. Like Tasveer. For me there was मैं कौन हूँ and Kahani Purani. Those were some of the best ones. Like I still remember Tasveer gave me a really good perspective about like aging and memories.
Yeah.
And it's something I still cherish.
You said Asians and memories.
Yeah, I love Asians. I don't think I should say it like that.
That's disgusting. Dude, imagine you have like a patient, they watch this, they're like, I love Asians. If they're Asian, they're like, okay. Right?
Itadakimasu.
That was crazy. That was insane. Why would you say this? We were having a non-edgy episode.
That's true.
I was saying, so around, so with the Bollywood and Hollywood directions, essentially I had always took the Hollywood one, right? Or that's why I was really into Drake and Hotline Bling and everything that was Kanye, pop around 2015. Say it? You said Kanye?
I did.
Okay, that's not a lie essentially, but I hate Nazis. Say it. No affiliation. So, क्या बोलते हैं? Around when we met in college, right? AS में you remember me?
Yeah.
O levels में और A levels में around फर्स्ट ईयर तक A levels के मैं जितने भी अपने दोस्त थे मेरे जिनको अंग्रेजी आती थी मैं सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बात करता था.
Okay.
I don't know if we weren't exactly that close AS में.
हाँ.
We like got closer in A2 but क्या बोलते हैं मैं सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बात करता था and it was the craziest shit because I remember मेरे एक दोस्त ने आके बोला था मुझसे कि like try to spend one day without speaking English.
Oh.
And I couldn't.
Fuck.
Right? मैं इतना कितना
he insulted you with that.
It's 100%, right? Yeah. But the thing is पहले I didn't take it as an insult.
Oh.
Which is worse. Right?
Definitely.
तो फिर बाद में I still wasn't thinking much about it. लेकिन as I grew up, my parents and everyone kind of made me realize कि going out of the country is a better option than staying here.
Yeah.
And as that realization dawned on me, I kind of just sat back down and I was thinking about my time in Karachi. And there was a good time period, A2 और COVID वाला जो साल था 2020 इसके बीच में I was just sitting there and because we had become friends, you were introducing me to a lot of really good Pakistani music.
I remember like there is the studio like Rescue the Frog.
Yeah.
They had these like they had this series called the Smog City Sessions where they would like bring out these artists and like in a really random like green pastures.
Yeah.
They'd like seed them and have them sing their best song. And I still remember like Asfir ka there was
Nahi
Nahi
Milta.
Milta, and that's the most beautiful rendition of a like an acoustic rendition of a song I've ever heard.
Dude, it's like still up on YouTube, and I'm kind of sad that the Rescue the Frog isn't very well known or didn't like take off a lot. But क्या बोलते हैं, their whole Smog City Sessions thing was my favorite shit.
That was amazing.
And like it was because like I didn't know these artists, right?
Yeah.
And उसके बाद it didn't stick to one language either. So
हाँ,
we were listening to क्या बोलते हैं Umar Duck. Umar Duck, and उसमें he was singing Shehzad. Shorba Noor ka another hit, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, all of these guys are just like singing amazing songs, and I'm just sitting there and I'm listening and I'm like, I just got exposed to this और मेरा पूरा दिमाग फट रहा था, right? And what's crazy is कि before that मैं इतना नहीं सुनता था like Pakistani music, right? Obviously like बीच में ऐसा था कि 2000s में I used to listen, right? Like what's the earliest songs you remember? Pakistani.
I still remember like I think Atif Aslam की, right?
जब
4-5 साल का था तब
जब आतिफ असलम 4-5 साल का था
तब मैं जब ऊपर था तब आवाज आती थी उसकी
जब तुम ऊपर थे
वो 4-5 साल का था
खैर क्या बोलते हैं फॉर मी इट्स लाइक do you remember was it Ali Azmat? It was like Pappu yaar
yeah
Pappu yaar
Ali Azmat has these like you could listen to any of these Ali Azmat songs and you'd always have that one tone somewhere in the middle.
Here's my Ali Azmat impression. Pappu yaar.
And then there's one like
it's like nare na nare na
yep.
I'm sorry, Ali. This is a public apology to you. You're a national treasure. I think the funniest thing Ali has once done is sing Babu Bhai. Do you remember that Coke Studio guy? He's like Babu Bhai, sab karne ko taiyar hai. Who is this motherfucker you're talking about? It's Babu Bhai. And it's crazy. It's like Babu Bhai became the same. Like it's like saying Sneaky Pete. Who's Sneaky Pete? Right? क्या बोलते हैं? Yeah, so those were my fucking that and like oh shit, Aro ka, do you remember Rag Neela?
Yeah,
Rag Neela.
That became a classic. And Aro ka Na Kaho.
Aro ka Na Kaho ka Unplugged is my favorite shit. Okay, guys. Oh my god, kya sur lagata hai. I think that's one of my favorite like unplugged things I've ever heard. Lekin what happened around this time was ke like when I was listening to all this new shit you were introducing me to, मुझे ये हो रहा था कि I was mainly just writing songs in English, सही है, and also I was just mainly thinking of going outside of the country. लेकिन after that I grew this profound like love of Pakistani shit.
Yeah.
सही है, not like music too, but like the culture as a whole, which is crazy क्योंकि हमारा culture है ना बहुत minimal है, सही है.
Like especially in Karachi, like
yeah, हम लोग की like what we're exposed to. Okay, think about what we strive for. सही है. Karachi में to me it's like the epitome of wanting to reach the upper class. सही है, आप कस के काम करो, सही है. Like your dad will basically fund you hardcore until you reach like the best position, and then he can like, and then your son can or daughter can take care of you and shit like that. So it's built for fucking going up direct, right? It's not like
staircase. It's like a staircase.
He's not like saving for his own like right. So क्या बोलते हैं? For me, I'm just like it's always been के that's it, you just want to go up. Right? Karachi में बस यही है, right? You just try to reach the highest point of capitalism and then go like fuck you. Now the like worst shit that you deal with every day doesn't affect me, right? So that's, I think that's real, right?
I think that's more like diaspora shit than
yes,
like
but also क्या बोलते हैं, I think the goal is for everyone who's like in the lower class to reach so high कि आपका बच्चा KGS है.
No. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
कि KGS है?
Yeah.
Man, KGS is fucking crazy.
Isn't there a song like जिसके अंदर like I think Ali Gul Peer था, he like dissed KGS and Beacon House के बच्चे or some shit like that.
There's a very popular video जिसके बाद से like PF chapter got a really bad name.
Oh.
There was just like people going like chapter.
It's like जो सिटी स्कूल वाले जो बच्चों की म्यूजिक वीडियोस बना के पोस्ट करते हैं.
That's crazy, dude. क्या बोलते हैं? I was saying कि yeah man, I remember मेरा एक पड़ोसी था, he was telling me कि like his cousin had a daughter, like his niece, right? He was like मेरी भांजी है एक, वो like बिल्कुल नॉर्मल थी, she's talking to me in Urdu, उसको इंग्लिश हल्की सी भी नहीं आती थी, और फिर उसके बाद her family started to do well and उन्होंने उसको KGS में like एडमिशन करवा दिया. सही है. And then he says अगले हफ्ते मैं उससे मिला और वो सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बात कर रही थी in an accent.
Oh no.
She was also listening to accent. You are
At
the
Pizza
one.
Hut.
At Pizza Hut. You remember Pizza Hut में like PS1 game होते थे?
Hey?
Yeah.
What?
I remember a good memory of like video games खेलना मैं Pizza Hut पे.
Bro, मेरा तो सिंपल वाला पिज्जा हट होता था, उसके अंदर कलरिंग करने के लिए दे देते थे. They just give you like paper.
Nah, dude, you are going to a poor Pizza Hut.
What the fuck?
You are going to Pizza
Hut is
House.
classes, नहीं?
Pizza House जा रहे थे तुम. You went to Pizza House.
The poor kind.
The one who do KGF वाले नहीं KGF. Salam Rocky bhai.
Fuck you.
What? I was thinking, like with all of the music influence shit I got, right? वहाँ से it's a hard drive into previous topic. I was saying कि जो music like I was listening to उसकी वजह से I was like thinking कि सिर्फ कराची नहीं है, पाकिस्तान में और जगह है.
Like it opened our mind to like the other perspective, like पूरा कराची से बाहर और भी countries, sorry, और भी cities and stuff.
कराची से बाहर और countries हैं क्योंकि my country is Karachi.
Yeah.
And what if I only listen to Talanjum?
Karachi chal.
Karachi chal.
तुझे दिखाऊं कराची चल.
You
Something
know
like that.
I was saying कि हाँ, so कराची के साथ मेरा ये था कि like I was just like so enclosed in it, like how KGF kids are KGF बोले जा रहा हूँ, KGS kids are enclosed in.
Yeah, I remember like we once stalked your Facebook and like we went really back, so we found this like we found these bunch of pictures where we went to like Karachi की कुछ main जगहों पर he posted all of them together. They were like Karachi tour. Like he lives in Karachi. Karachi tour.
भाई मेरा नहीं था, मेरे कजन आए थे, उनको दिखा रहा था मैं.
Yeah, but you went on a Karachi tour with
उनको कराची टूर करा रहा था ना.
Yeah.
I was saying कि क्या बोलते हैं, yeah, outside of Karachi I realized कि there was Lahore. Because the smog city sessions were in Lahore, because it is the smog city.
Yeah, but it's not like we didn't know those places existed. It's just that we hadn't been impacted by their cultural
relevance. Huh?
Yeah.
So like similarly, I was thinking of going to NCA because like
right.
every art kid like thinks about it every once in a while, right? तो NCA का मेरा plan हो रहा था, and then I said कि I'll like. Eventually IVS kind of opened up and I was like okay यहाँ जाता हूँ. But before that Lahore was looking like a very real option to me and I was considering it. Or I was like यार वहाँ पे ना culturally rich बहुत ज़्यादा है लाहौर.
It is.
Like compared to Karachi, there's a lot more like artists, right? There's a lot of shit happening वहाँ पे. And
Like Lahore is the Qawwali hub, right?
Yeah.
Like वहाँ से Qawwali properly हमारी originate हुई है.
like Hira Mandi, I've heard, has like a lot of. Why are you smiling? Explain yourself to the people. Hira Mandi, I was saying, has a lot of great musical origins.
Yeah.
लेकिन why are you smiling?
I don't know. Why am I smiling?
I am
Good boy. So Mama like
and like there's an Asian teacher under the Chaar Payi. Whoa, they don't even know what's under the Chaar Payi.
Oh no.
What?
Moving on.
What are you fucking hiding? I don't know what's under the Chaar Payi now. क्या बोलते हैं? Yeah, and then there was Islamabad, and as I said before, my brother lives in Islamabad, right? तो फिर I've had my fair share of like experiences.
Yeah.
तो मैं वहाँ पे जब like पहली दफा गया था, my brother was like, क्यों आए हो यहाँ पे, right? क्या है करने के लिए? he was like मैं यहाँ पे एक जगह से समोसा लेने गया था, and I was like, finally something which reminds me of my home city, right? A good old samosa, right? वो जाते हैं, प्लेट पकड़ाते हैं, बंदा उसको उसमें समोसा रखता है, he's like, okay, I'm gonna eat. बंदा प्लेट पकड़ता है, fucking smashes the samosa, उसके ऊपर चना डालते हैं, चाट डालते हैं, whatever, right? And my brother's like, what the fuck, भाई, समोसा क्या है मेरा? अच्छा, by the way, what the fuck is this? अगर तुम समोसा बना रहे हो, समोसे के अंदर इंटेंशन होती है कि आप एक शेप बनाते हैं समोसे का, सही है, एक नीचे पापड़ है, अंदर सामान है, राइट, व्हाटएवर, यू आर मेकिंग समोसा विद द इंटेंशन ऑफ ईटिंग इट एज अ समोसा. तो फिर व्हाई आर यू लाइक फकिंग स्मैशिंग इट? तो जस्ट टेक द इंग्रेडिएंट्स, पुट इट इन अ चाट, फिर समोसा तोड़ना क्यों तुम्हें?
Just take papdi, aloo and just
बना दो यार, राइट? Is it normal chat like that? Papdi तोड़ के बस डाल देते.
Exactly.
So why the fuck make it a samosa? There's like so many extra steps into that.
You went into a very Punjabi accent in the middle of it, and I'm very not proud of you.
यार तो बीच में extra step क्यों है? That's the Islamabadi part of me coming out. तो क्या बोलते हैं? Speaking of Islamabad, there was this one time that हम लोग पार्क टूर से वापस आ रहे थे, and like कराची आने से पहले we had a good day, we could spend in Islamabad. तो it was me, Zain and Anush. Anush is the guy जो ढांचा बन गया था in the train in the first episode. तो like what was happening was कि these guys were like, हम लोग की उसी दिन बस निकलनी थी, डेवू में जा रहे थे हम, और क्या बोलते हैं, उन लोगों ने होटल बुक किया हुआ था तकरीबन 12 बजे का. So they got kicked out of the hotel and we just had the rest of the day to spend, right? तो हम सब like शहर में निकले हुए थे, right? And I go like, अच्छा सही है, मैं अपने भाई के घर रुका हुआ था और मैं वहाँ से निकल जाता हूँ. आई मीट अप विद दीस गाइस, आई एम लाइक, वील जस्ट स्पेंड द डे इन इस्लामाबाद, एक्सप्लोर के करने के लिए है क्या, राइट? एंड वी स्टार्ट वॉकिंग अराउंड, सही है. एंड अनुष बोलता है कि अनुष कैंट फकिंग डू एनीथिंग, राइट? लाइक ही कैंट वॉक और एनीथिंग, राइट? ही गोज लाइक, क्या बोलते हैं, ऐसा करते हैं, लेट्स ऑर्डर अ करीम, गो टू लाइक अ कैफे और समथिंग. एंड देन आई वाज लाइक, ओ डूड, आई नो दिस रियली गुड लाइक प्लेस, इट्स कॉल्ड लाइक स्ट्रीट वन कैफे. वहाँ पे इट्स लाइक pricey as hell, लेकिन there's a really good waffle I ate once वहाँ पे. I was like, let's go and eat there, सही है. So this motherfucker Anush goes like, हाँ सही है, चलते हैं. And then we all go there, सही है. जैसे ही पहुँचते हैं, they look at the menu, they see कि like कितने का है, right? They go like, यार ये ज़्यादा वर्चल है, right? This is fucking too much, right? I go like, okay, सही है, let's get out of it.
It did make sense, right?
I'm like, okay, सही है, these guys don't want to spend money, I don't want to force them to, right? तो हम लोग निकलते हैं. And then क्या बोलते हैं, Anush is like, सही करीम करा के, let's go to this one place called Burning Brownie. Okay. सही है. Now if you are any person who's been to Burning Brownie, you know that like it's not a Karachi place, right?
Definitely isn't.
I don't fucking understand. सही है, maybe I'm too young or some shit. सही है, लेकिन paying for ambience is a bullshit concept. सही है,
Definitely.
क्या कर रहे हो भाई?
Unless you're going with a partner, right?
Yeah,
it makes
maybe
sense.
you're on a date or something.
Yeah.
Boysing कर रहे हो
But like
आप.
आप burning brownie जा रहे हैं with the boys and like you're paying a shit ton for just for the ambience. It
तो
just
हाँ, it doesn't fucking make sense. By the way, वहाँ पे ना कभी आप books check करिएगा, there's only like Trump and like Republican shit in their book section. It's fucking crazy. I don't know what they're
they're
about.
always wearing MAGA hats.
Yeah, the guy who's like serving you coffee.
Like he's in Pakistan, he's in Islamabad.
पीछे like news लगी हुई है अमेरिका की, right? He's got like a trucker's tan. He has shades. He's wearing a cowboy hat and like he has one wheat का होता है ना एक
Handlebar mustache.
and he's got a wheat toothpick in his mouth. सही है, and a gun holster. पता है टॉम एंड जेरी में उसके जो बूट्स होते हैं with the wheels नीचे. He's wearing those. So don't go to Burning Brownie unless you're like looking for like a Western experience. So क्या बोलते हैं? We all head towards Burning Brownie and Anush is like, please guys, Kareem करा लो. I'm like, dude, पहली दफा we're in a walkable city, right?
Yeah.
Islamabad is known for being walkable.
Yeah, Karachi is known for being like
robbable. सही है, it's a robbable city. तो हम लोग चलते जा रहे हैं. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि we just got off a hike. I'm like, भाई a normal flat land is not going to be crazy.
That hurtful.
मैप निकाला, हम लोग चले गए. Like अगर मैप खो जाता है, we look at the North Star of Islamabad, which is Centaurus Tower, and then we navigate across the map. सही है. So we walk to Burning Brownie. हम लोग वहाँ पे जाके बैठते हैं and like क्या बोलते हैं, they bring the menu to us and Anush flips it open and like one friend of mine is like, I'm gonna order a sandwich. I'm like, okay, सही है. I'm like, okay, I came here to eat a waffle initially, so I'm gonna order a waffle too. And I ordered the waffle, सही है. And then Anush looks at me and he goes like, he like looks down and then looks at the waiter. He goes like, मुझे भी एक waffle दे दो. I'm like, motherfucker, if you wanted to eat a waffle, why didn't you eat पिछली जगह पे, right?
Yeah.
And then उसके बाद, because I'm looking at the price, it's the same fucking thing as street one.
Because they're all priced the same almost,
right? So like क्या बोलते हैं, the waffle comes and street one पे you get like a full waffle, उसपे chocolate and like you get the whole fucking deal, right? And then यहाँ पे एक केला दिया हुआ है साइड पे. सही है, waffle का quarter, a quarter of a waffle. सही है, I get that. And I'm looking at Anush, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why did you bring me here? What is this?
Fuck no.
I'm eating my like with contempt in my eyes. मैं बैठा हूँ, भाई कहाँ लेके आ गया मुझे, right? मैं खा रहा हूँ अपना waffle. I'm pissed off at Anush, right?
Yeah.
And then we get out and we're like, okay, सही है, कहीं और चलते हैं, सही है. And then we हम लोग बस we go like, अच्छा सही है, let's reach this one place. कोई और एक और जगह थी, some place like जहाँ पे हम लोगों को मिलना था, like us, right? Ammar was also there in Islamabad.
Some mall, right?
Yeah. We were meeting in some mall and then उसके बाद we were like, सही है, वहाँ चलते हैं. And then we kind of got lost on our way, right? लेकिन it was the most trippiest experience ever. सही है, हम लोग चलना शुरू करते हैं and we're walking and we're like, oh look, it's this like forest with a Japanese name. It was a sign. Oh, a car break. There's a sign, it says Miyawaki Forest.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool, Miyawaki Forest. So we start walking.
That's good.
चलते हुए जा रहे हैं, we're heading towards the mall. It's a relatively straight direction. फिर उसके बाद we take a ride. We start walking. Miyawaki Forest. क्या? We look at the sign, it says Miyawaki Forest again. Like, okay, सही है, sure. We start walking more,
Yeah.
right? And we are exploring पूरा Islamabad का landscape, looking at this like rich ass neighborhood, right? We Zain looks at one of the big houses and he goes like, इनका जो garage है यहाँ पे एक apartment fit आ जाए कराची में. And I think that's a really cool thing I think about a lot. So yeah. Reminder, Islamabad was built as a capital city, it's built to house the rich people.
Eat the rich.
You got essentially. तो उसके बाद क्या बोलते हैं, we keep walking towards the mall, right? And then उसके बाद guess what happens?
What?
We fucking reach Miyawaki forest.
No way.
सही है. We're like trapped. I'm like Silent Hill है, right? Crazy. Islamabad is this crazy shit क्योंकि मैं चलते हुए जा रहा हूँ. I'm looking around and I don't see a single fucking school or a hospital. कुछ नहीं दिख रहा. There's rich neighborhood. I come across a sign and it says stop beggars.
What
or like refrain from beggars. Don't support beggars.
That's the most Islamabadi thing that could have been
like
written there.
holy shit. सही है. हमारी आधी economy is like Karachi की. It's just like beggars, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, सही है, sure, right? And turns out later on I found out that all of the beggars they pushed into Rawalpindi. So yeah, that's the thing, right? क्या बोलते हैं? Anyways, तो we were completely lost. We were just going around and Miyawaki बार आ रहा था. And it's been seared into my head and I'm like, where the fuck is this going?
Okay. You're just stuck in a labyrinth.
Yeah. And then like my brother had to get us out.
Oh.
He was like, मुझे ये रास्ते पता है. Right? You know those guys जो like आप चलते जाएंगे और रेगिस्तान में आप गुम जाते हैं and there's a guy who shows up. उसकी सिर्फ आंखें दिखती हैं. He's like, follow me if you want to live.
मिट्टी में से निकलता है यूं करके like a zombie.
Who the fuck are you drilling? अब्दुल सलाम.
You know those videos अरबियों की जो जिसके अंदर वो पूरा एक बड़ी सी अपनी उसके अंदर जा रहे होते हैं SUV के अंदर with like built in water system
और वो like कॉफी बनाते हैं
कारपेट पे जाते हैं पहले गीला करते हैं मिट्टी को कारपेट fucking crazy.
Arabian.
Abu Salam. Abu Salam was actually a fucking
the scientist.
Yeah,
he's the guy who made like us atomic power, right?
Yeah. No. What the fuck?
Who was that? I forgot.
Abdul Qadir Khan.
Abdul Qadir Khan?
Yes.
Who was Abdul Salam? Oh,
Abdul Salam was the guy who won the Nobel Prize in physics.
Yeah,
the first Pakistani.
First Pakistani to win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
And also to make atomic power.
Yeah, no. You know now his grace is the first scientist to make Pakistan to win a Nobel Prize for some very specific reasons. Here,
what the fuck did he do? Okay, we'll talk about that later. I was saying because of Arabic people, तुम्हें तरावियाँ याद है? Do you think this is a like natural segue to the other topic? तुम्हें तरावियाँ याद है?
Yeah, man. वैसे speaking of which,
what?
तरावियाँ से ज़्यादा तरावियाँ became more about gaming for like as kids. Of our generation, at one point Tarawih became more about gaming than they became about Tarawih, because like whenever Ramzan came around, there used to be this insane culture ke everybody and their brothers and their cousins, they would just end up at a gaming zone during Tarawih hours. Like anybody who did not want to pray Tarawih and their parents forced them to leave the house to pray, they would just somehow end up at the gaming zone. Yeah. And us time pe there was this huge culture 1.6 ka, right? 1.6, right? तो यही होता था, मैं जाता था घर से बाहर, किसी को कुछ नहीं पता, एक दफा निकला खाइब, रात के 12 बजे घर आ रहा हूँ. हाँ वो अब्बू वो दोस्तों के साथ तरावियों के बाद चला गया था. वो मैं कोने में वहाँ पढ़ रहा था, वहाँ आपको नजर नहीं आ रहा था. हाँ वहाँ आपको नजर नहीं आया होगा, मैं वहाँ पे था.
अब्बा 2 घंटे पहले घर आ गए.
There's this one time जहाँ I almost got caught. I think 27वीं शब के बाद राइट तरावियाँ कुछ जगहों पे ख़त्म हो जाती हैं. तो मैं चला गया था इशा के टाइम पे ना, तो अब्बू ने जाना उस वक्त छोड़ दिया था क्योंकि तरावियाँ ख़त्म हो गई थी. आई डिड नॉट रियलाइज दैट. ठीक है, तो he naturally thought कि तरावियाँ ख़त्म हो गई हैं, तो where would my son go then? तो I left the house, I went to the gaming zone. I came back home. ठीक है, इत्तेफाकन मेरे दोस्त ने उस दिन जो था ना, जिस दोस्त के साथ मैं घर वापस आया उस दिन मोहल्ले का ही दोस्त था, उसने दोपहर में जो थे वो बाल कटवाए थे. तो माई डैड आस्क मी के लाइक अच्छा मैं जब आ रहा था ना, तो at that particular moment, a car came around from the corner. It was our car, and Abbu got out from it, and he was like, "कहाँ थे?" And I was like कि बस दोस्त के साथ गया हुआ था, मैं बाल कटवाए, दोस्त को बाल कटवाने थे तो बाल कटवाने. He's like, मैं पूरा घूम कर आया हूँ इलाका, और मुझे पता चला है कि तुम जो थे वो गेमिंग जोन के पास घूम रहे थे. बोला नहीं अब्बू, मैं नहीं गया था, कोई और बच्चा होगा मेरे जैसा दिखता होगा, लेकिन मैं नहीं गया था.
Wait, how old are you?
I was like I think 13 maybe, like 12, 13.
Yeah, that sounds like a 13-year-old training.
तो my dad did realize halfway through ही कि like मैं टोपी करा रहा हूँ उन्हें, but he's like अच्छा चलो सही है. He let it go. I was like okay. Basically the main problem was कि गेमिंग जोन्स में उस टाइम पे माहौल इतना बुरा हुआ करता था कि like गाली गलौज तो aside, अगर आप अंदर जाके बैठ जाते थे ना, तो जब तक आप बाहर निकलते थे तब तक आप you'd be cigarette smoke yourself.
Oh dude, oh my god, I hate like gaming zone का, like it smells like है ना, आप क्या बोलते हैं, you're going into this like you know how like क्या बोलते हैं ब्रिटिश रॉक बैंड्स के ग्रीन रूम मूवीज में दिखाते हैं, गेमिंग zones have the same vibe. It's like, oh Johnny, you want
Give me smoke, dear.
Oh, you want a shag love?
You really want to go there where I start doing my British accent?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I think I can out British you.
Give me a bawa.
Oi, love, what you doing here?
Oi, boy, you smoking blonde, yeah?
You are smoking blonde there?
So like blunt. Fuck you.
I was thinking, मेरे साथ ये नहीं था. I was like part of a joint family, and वहाँ पे ये system था कि बाकी सब जो बड़े थे, like the older kids, they used to go, and because I was born like generations apart, right? Yeah. तो आई वॉज लाइक जेन जी, और बाकी सारे मिलेनियल टाइप थे, राइट? तो फिर लाइक आई वॉज द यंगेस्ट इन द हाउस, और फिर मेरा ये था कि आई वुड जस्ट स्टे अलोन, और मैं वाइड.com और मिनी क्लिप टाइप भी फ्लैश गेम्स खेलना था. आई एम लाइक इस बारटेंडर को अगर मैं एबिसिंथ पिलाऊं तो उसके मुंह से आग निकलेगी.
क्लब पे खेलता था.
हाँ भाई, आई वाज वन ऑफ दोस किड्स. सही है. दिस इज व्हाई आई एम लाइक दिस नाउ. आई नेवर वेंट टू अ गेमिंग जोन. आई डिड गो टू गेमिंग जोन. बट लाइक क्या बोलते हैं, तरावियों में व्हाट्स फनी इज के डू यू रिमेंबर लाइक ट्राइंग टू चीट योर वे तरावी?
yeah like so like
the Mission Impossible slide, जब आप पीछे से मांगते हो, जब रुकू पे चले जाते हैं.
yeah. So you like basically you can skip एक पूरा वो, and अगर आप रुकू में चले जाए उसमें तो it does count. So you would just do that. And कभी कभार you would just wait for your friend to go into one, ताकि आप उसके पीछे से आगे गुद्दी पे खींच के चौमाट मारे.
This is not me. I didn't have friends.
But I used to do that a lot.
क्या बोलते हैं, by the way, do you think कि गेमिंग जोन वाले जो होंगे वो जहन्नुम में जाएंगे तुम्हारी वजह से?
It's very possible.
Very possible. If you're a gaming zone guy, this is your time to pull out of the business. Also, weird tangent, लेकिन do you remember playing Counter-Strike Source?
No. Counter-Strike Source wasn't a thing. Like right? At least in Pakistan, it never became a thing.
It's really weird because I look at Source, I'm like, ये क्या था, right?
Source was a good game, but it was almost like the same
non-existent. I know 1.6, and then I'm like, go. So yes, go.
Yeah.
Source क्या था? बाद में जाके पता चला, oh, Source was a thing.
Yeah.
Dog break.
I'm just not taking a break now, but
आखिर में कर Godzilla और क्या बोलते हैं, but like रमजान में these days like Ramzan is so like it's putting a lot of things into perspective for me. सही है, जब रमजान आता है, right?
Yeah.
तो बचपन से okay, वो तुम्हारा पहला रोजा कब था? Like first time जब तुमने रोजा रखा था?
I think I was 7, लेकिन वो हुआ कुछ ऐसा था कि मैं नीचे गया था खेलने के लिए दोस्त के साथ. मैं खेल कर आया तो मुझे पता अंदाज़ा नहीं था, तो मैंने पानी पी लिया.
ओ लाइक तुमने तोड़ दिया.
बट इफ यू फॉरगेट अबाउट इट तो आई थिंक उसके अगले दिन मैंने रखा था. बट आई डिड नॉट लाइक, ऐसा होता था कि अम्मी मुझे उठा दीजिएगा, बस मुझे कुछ खिला दीजिएगा और मेरा रोजा हो जाएगा, राइट. बट लाइक समटाइम्स यू एक्चुअली फॉरगेट वेकिंग अप. तो my mom did wake me up. I did eat something, but I forgot all about it. And when I woke up, सुबह के वक्त मैं फ्रिज में गया, मैंने देखा तरबूज रखा हुआ है ताज़ा ताज़ा, and I just chomped on it.
Bro, that's what like you chomped on it.
I ate the entire fucking piece. होता है ना जो काट के देते हैं प्री कट.
तो तुम अपनी रोजा खुशाई पे बैठे हो, लोग हार बना रहे हैं और तुम्हारे दांत से लाइक एक वो तरबूज का वो पता है बीज फंसी है. लाइक ये क्या है अम्मा? Like मैं गेमिंग सुन जा रहा हूँ. क्या बोलते हैं मेरा like I had a very early roza. I remember if you a lot of people would say a child should not be keeping a roza at this age, but I was like 5 or something.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like, it was insane. And back then like my family was very like roza heavy, right? तो आज भी अगर क्या बोलते हैं रमज़ान आते हैं, आज भी जब रमज़ान आते हैं, अगर रमज़ान आते हैं आज भी जब रमज़ान आते हैं तो फिर क्या बोलते हैं whenever I see people going like यार आज पेपर है, रोज़ा छोड़ रहा हूँ, shit like that, I'm like, oh that's crazy, right? क्योंकि I got guilt tripped into it when people went like तुम्हें पता है पहले मुसलमान जो होते थे रोजे के दौरान
वो पहाड़ियाँ क्लाइम करा
पहाड़ियाँ चढ़ते थे और लाइक जंग लड़ते थे, राइट. आई एम लाइक यार जंग लड़ते थे अगर तो फिर मैं तो एग्जाम दे सकता हूँ, राइट. इट्स लाइक
इट्स लाइक द सेम थिंग दैट हैपेंड विद यू विद द लाइक बैग लेकर जाओ ट्रैक करके.
Yes, I essentially was like, "No, I can do it."
Yeah.
And then I've been doing it forever.
Stuck in a loop.
Yeah.
This is your Miyawaki forest.
This is my Miyawaki forest. I will never get out of. Speaking of like Ramzan ka food and stuff, have you realized like what your like common diet has become?
Like outside of Ramzan?
Yeah. I'm like I was thinking कि sometimes I get fatter in Ramzan, right? शायद like तेल वेल खाने की वजह से होगा most likely. लेकिन I'm pretty sure I get more of a routine. Like I eat more things in a routine in Ramzan than I do otherwise. Like मैं एक वक्त खाना खा लेता हूँ.
Basically you're fasting and then you're having like a good amount of food.
Yeah.
And then like sehri, that's another meal. Yeah. Which is pretty healthy.
But like otherwise पता है क्या होता है, मैं अपने भाई से पूछ रहा था. हाँ मेरा भाई जो है he's like a salary guy, right? तो for him like जिंदगी full एक routine में मैं सुबह उठता हूँ इस वक्त जाता हूँ. I don't know why my brother sounds like that. So he wakes up, he's like मैं like सुबह उठ के यहाँ पे जाता हूँ and then I like they get like their days like full ऐसे sectioned off, right? तो for him he knows कि like he has to have lunch here, have breakfast here, have dinner here, right? तो क्या बोलते हैं he is telling me कि ना वो मैं ये चीज़ें खाता हूँ इस वक्त पे, and then I am like मैं क्या खाता हूँ इस वक्त पे. I'm like
what's my boy dinner?
So, what's my boy dinner, right? And I'm like सुबह उठा मैगी बनाया उसमें सॉसेज काट के खा लिया. Right?
I still remember like the first day I came to make the podcast, you told me about how you were so proud of having made French toast and shit. I was like, great job, buddy. You know, like a parent goes like when they draw their first cartoon character, like like, great job, buddy.
That's how you raised Abdul Salam.
Great job in Zimamul Haq.
This is my guy in Zimamul Haq. मुझे बॉलिंग बहुत पसंद है.
He's not the bowling guy. He's not known for that.
Was Inzamam Pakistani guy? He wasn't, right?
What?
Pakistani guy Inzamam, right?
He was the guy who landed.
Oh shit!
Blind six.
Yeah.
In the match against India, he landed that blind six.
Yeah. Oh my god! Blind six.
Yeah, he basically.
उसकी आँख में धोनी ने मिट्टी फेंक दी थी. ये ले.
Can't make fun of that. That's like our. It's
Like a Pakistani cultural move.
Yep. It was like we needed like 6 running ball away, and he just closed his eyes and he hit a 6.
Do you think closing his eyes was a bad move?
I think it was a crazy move.
He was like, yeah, dude, I got this.
Yep.
ये ले Dhoni.
He believed himself. That's
Guys, that's it for episode 3 of the Chaar Payi podcast or the 30 podcast, if we keep talking about that. And
we did take it down.
we took it down a notch this time in the 30 Talks. 30 Talks. New segment. New podcast. Allah Hafiz. I love you. Mwah.